Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ryne, your host. Now, before I tell you what movie I watched tonight, there is music playing downstairs. I'm hoping I don't get a strike put up on that on the channel. So I figured this way, hopefully this room is soundproof, and I can go ahead and talk about this movie. So just ignore what's playing downstairs, and I do apologize if it's on. So I'm welcoming you to my review of Catch Me If You Can from 2002. This is the Leonardo DiCaprio Tom Hanks film directed by Steven Spielberg. Now, this movie is once again put out by DreamWorks, and since I'm including DreamWorks on the channel, why not cover this? The other DreamWorks Hanks movie I covered on the channel was Road to Perdition, and I reviewed that. So, Catch Me If You Can, 2002. Really good movie. This is a masterpiece. Just ignore the volume, guys, right here. So, what's playing downstairs. So, this movie centers around Leonardo DiCaprio. He plays a man named, I'm looking up, Frank W. Abengale, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Jr. So basically it follows him, and he sort of plays, he's a con man, but he goes all around forging these checks. So he's like a Pan Am, he works for Pan Am, he's a doctor at one point. He gets a job working for Hanks, who's an FBI agent. Well, it doesn't happen at first. So he forges all these checks. So he basically has to travel, and Hanks plays an FBI agent. I forget what his character's name is. But anyways, he plays a man that's going after Leonardo DiCaprio's character. And he's trying to chase him down. So we get Christopher Walken, who also appears in this movie as his dad. And this movie also features Martin Sheen and Nadiane Bayer, who plays, I believe, DiCaprio's mom. So basically now he's traveling all around the country. He forges these checks, but Hanks can't seem to catch him. The movie also features Amy Adams and, oddly enough, Jennifer Gardner in a small role. So basically that's the premise, and a really interesting premise. This guy right here, he's really fascinating to learn about. Basically, he's a con artist, but he cons all these people by getting different jobs, and he still can't catch him. Hanks is trying to catch him, but nobody seems like they're going to chase him down and get him. And really, that's pretty much the premise of Catch Me If You Can. A really good movie. I love the idea. I do believe this movie was this movie was actually eventually turned into a Broadway musical. Yeah, they turned Catch Me If You Can into a play on Broadway many years back. So yeah, the movie and the score by John Williams is great. Right off the beginning, we see some really good. The title opening to the movie is just really good, and the title of the opening credits is really good. It has a very Home Alone vibe, and the score was done by John Williams, who's always good, who collabed with Spielberg on so many movies. Also, the movie is actually done. The cinematography is actually done by a man named Janusz Kaminski. He's a Spielberg collab. He's the go-to guy for Spielberg films to do the cinematography. And Janusz Kaminski, who did the cinematography for Schindler's List, I believe that was the first movie he collabed with Spielberg. So yeah, this is a very fascinating story. James Brolin appears in it. He plays the one guy that hands DiCaprio's father the award. What I like about this is he goes by different aliases. So he'll go by the alias that the Flash has. So now the cops are trying to find out. He goes by different names. Then he goes from being a pilot, like I said, to a doctor, then back to a pilot. And just crazy, crazy things ensue. And this movie's sort of like, I don't want to say this is a caper movie, and the book that this was based off of, which is actually written by Frank W. Abagnale. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But the book was written in 1980, and supposedly DreamWorks has got picked up the rights. Originally, this was going to be directed by a bunch of different directors. Like, the one director that was going to direct this was Lasse Hallström. I was reading on Wikipedia while I was watching the movie, kind of getting some notes, but I didn't really write notes, which I really should when I review a movie, to kind of get that idea. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else, though. Some stuff is not really 100% true. Like, the one scene in it, though, where Dicaprio gets off the plane. Now, how could a guy get off the plane while it's flying? Obviously, that would never happen. So, yeah, that's 100%, that's really not true. I like how in the beginning they show a clip from To Tell the Truth. I like how they show the old panel with DiCaprio. I don't know if that's the CG or I think it was CG. I'm not 100% sure, but clue me if I'm wrong. This movie is really, really good. And Martin Sheen plays Amy Adams' dad, who DiCaprio falls in love with, and it ends on a bittersweet note. I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but it ends really, really strong. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this movie is the best movie I watched this year. And it's probably the best Tom Hanks role. DiCaprio is fantastic. The whole cast is just absolutely, absolutely on fire with this. So, yeah, like, I'll even show you right here. That's one of the opening title scenes, the opening credits right here. Like I said many, many times, it has a very Home Alone-esque opening credits. You know, the Home Alone opening credits with the John Williams scene is great. But this right here, the opening credits with John Williams' score, is just knocks it out of the park. And just, I love this movie. I'm trying to think of anything else in this. I love the idea. The movie is set between 1964 and I believe 1969. But most of the movie, the year it's set in, I believe, is 66. So I love the aesthetics of the 1960s. I just love movies that are set in the 60s. I don't know what is it about the 1960s that I love about any film. And this movie is just really, really good. I like the pool party that they're at where I love, like I said many, many times, I love that 1960s aesthetic from the clothes to even the pool party. Like, they're at the pool party and just the aesthetic, it's just really interesting how much times have changed. And it ends on a bittersweet note, and it gives you a prologue of kind of like a where are they now kind of thing. But yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say about this movie. But if you have not seen Catch Me If You Can, please do yourself a favor and check this movie out. Like I said, best movie to watch this year. So I loved everything about this movie. I can't judge between this and just everything about this movie is just great, and I can easily highly recommend you going to see this movie. Not going to see this movie, but pick up the DVD. It's a great movie. And let's go ahead and rate it now, guys. And I was kind of going back and forth between what I'm going to rate this, but it was a toss-up between what I was going to give it. It was a toss-up between a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give Catch Me If You Can an automatic 5 out of 5. This was tough because I couldn't decide what I was going to rate the movie. As I said before, it was a toss-up going back and forth. But I feel like 5 out of 5 is just the rating that I'm going to give this movie. So, yeah, if you've not seen that, sorry about that, guys. I'm getting tongue-tied here. But if you've not seen Catch Me If You Can, grab yourself a copy and check this movie out. It's available. It's available everywhere. It is on Paramount Plus, so you can watch it there, guys. So if you, I didn't watch this on Paramount Plus. Obviously, I watched it on DVD. But whatever you guys decide to watch it, don't sleep on Catch Me If You Can. It's an amazing movie from start to finish, and I can highly, 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 highly recommend this movie. So that's my review of Catch Me If You Can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell, get all my video notifications so you do not miss on a video. I'm on Letterboxd, guys, as well, so you guys can check me out there. I rate the movie before I put up the review. You might see this out tonight. You might see it tomorrow. It just depends. But yeah, if you have not seen this movie, check the film out. It's great. And yeah, and that's it. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.